everybody, and welcome to the Weatherboys podcast. I am Derek Kevra. That is Alan Longstreet. And together we make up the Weatherboys. This is our podcast. Thank you so much for listening. And hello to everybody out there. Hello to you in here.
How does it feel to have a podcast of your own? Does it feel nice?
It feels real good.
Yeah? You're the podcast host, and you're in the Superman chair.
Real accomplished.
Sure does.
By the way, it's a Batman chair.
Yeah, Superman, Batman. They're the same person.
They're not. They had a movie. They fought each other.
No, Batman at night, Superman during the day. It's a common misconception a lot of people have. I'll let it slide.
Oh, okay. Now, you know this from all of the comic book conventions and things you go to?
Yeah, I do a lot of research on a lot of topics. I know a lot of things about a lot of things. Contrails.
Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite story author of the
James Earl Jones.
He didn't write for Batman or Superman.
Oh no, yeah. A lot of people thought it was Stan, but it wasn't.
No, Stan is Marvel. See, it's all unraveling very quickly.
What do you? I don't feel this is pressure. I don't like this. Cut his mic. Cut his mic. Cut his mic. Producer. Cut his mic.
I am the producer.
Wait,
this is my podcast.
It's just us. Okay.
I am the podcast.
You're right. I'm wrong. Yes,
feels
that's
like
true.
Denzel Washington in that movie.
Yeah.
Anywho,
what movie?
How's your mulch going?
What movie? I am.
Training Day.
Oh, okay. What does he say? I am.
Where he says, what is it?
I am your training day.
King Kong ain't got nothing on me.
Nice. That's good. That was good. Good job.
That was my Denzel.
I like this guy a lot.
Although he was the bad guy, the anti-hero.
I know, but he was the good. I mean, he was the good guy. We all love him.
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't love Denzel?
Yeah.
How's the mulch? Yeah,
mulch is good. I want to tell you, I love mulch. I love mulching, and I love the bags because you can just get them whenever you want to, and I like it because it's a little physicality, but it's not too much. And the best thing about working for yourself is you can stop whenever you want to.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You can just do a little bit, and then you can be done. It's mulch season. I had some poison ivy. I think we talked about it last time.
We did,
and it revved up after we talked about it. It became miserable. We're getting better.
Yeah, if you're listening to this, you can't see. It's no longer blistering, but like your whole body is red.
It looks like, well, it's not my whole body. It's two large
your
patches.
Face is
my
so
face
red.
Is red. I have a horn coming out of my neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really filthy. I'll tell you last week I got to work, and this is when I knew it was bad. I knew it was bad when I was, because I put my shirt on, my long sleeve shirt at work on my arm. It's around my wrists, basically. That's where the worst is. And so your shirt rubs against your wrists.
Naturally.
And so what happened was apparently I had some blisters and there was some popping because my shirt was wet.
Ugh.
I know, I'm sorry. I didn't want to say that, but Derek made me say it.
I'm not hungry
and
anymore.
It was gross. So then I had to wrap it with some gauze. That phase is behind us. We've now moved on to where it just actually looks like my skin is burned. And I think it might be
honestly, it does.
Because I've taken some oral steroids, and they also gave me some steroids for my skin, betamethasone. And as soon as I put that stuff on, it hurt in a different way. Like it felt like it was killing the skin in order to kill the poison ivy.
Is this why you've been so angry lately? Because you've been on the steroids?
Yeah.
You've been mean and throwing things. We've gone through 4 monitors in the weather office. You just keep breaking them.
Yeah, and I just shout.
No reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just, but I only have one more dose.
Okay.
So we'll be good.
Your yard does look really nice.
Thank you. Yeah, I only mulched one side. That was the poison ivy side because I wanted to make sure that was...
The picture you posted with all of the bags in the back of the van, did all of that mulch go on that one side?
I used 30 bags of mulch on that side. Maybe 25 to 30 on that side. And I got 2 big mulch bags in the back too. But you know what? I don't even care because it was $2 mulch day at Home Depot.
I know.
$2 bags of mulch. So come on. That's a killer deal.
So you're going to go back and get more and then do the backyard?
Well, I have already 60 other bags. Because the deal only lasted, I don't know if it's still going on. Try it. It might be over already.
You bought 100 bags.
About 100 bags. And my kid went with me. She's 7, one of the twins, Wyatt. She carries the bags with me. They're to the age where they can be of help sometimes.
Wow.
And so it was a really sweet and nice bonding time.
Those Longstreet genes are very powerful.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she's
for
something.
8-year-old, not even 8-year-old.
Not even 8 years. Yeah, and a girl at that.
To lug
Come
up.
on.
And they're tiny little girls too, but they're like lugging all the 50, no, not 50, what, 15 pounds?
500.
500 pounds?
500 pounds, yeah.
Wow.
I don't know what it is, but she did it. And it was a really, really nice time. But you get to the mulch phase of your life. And I pushed against it for a long time, but here we are.
Yep. And I'm happy for you. And I honestly couldn't be more excited.
Yeah.
At the Kevra house, there's been some sadness, some death.
Oh no.
Yes.
What he says it with a smile on his face, and you guys can't see it. What's coming here?
Perhaps you remember this story last year that I told about the duck, Mama Duck.
Yeah, this has been years, hasn't it been?
Yes, she's been coming back. This is honestly, this is probably the 4th year.
Yeah.
We've got this big, what's it called, a potter plant or
Yeah.
and
Pottery barn.
a pottery barn. Yeah, with this big pottery barn plant, whatever it is. Every year, Mama Duck comes back and she lays her eggs.
Yeah.
And it's always one of the best parts of April. And like our spring is watching her come back, lay the eggs hatch. These cute little heads, you see these little heads kind of pop
Sure.
up. She flies down and feeds them.
You make a cute little bird.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah.
And then at some point they get big enough and they jump out, which is always amazing to see because they're 8 feet up off the ground.
How do you happen to see all these pivotal moments? Are you making this up?
We don't see all of them, but we do see some of them. They like jump out and they land on the ground 8 feet down. They're okay. They waddle around the backyard a bit.
Yeah.
This year was going to be their year, their safer year, because sadly our dog passed away.
Right.
But there's always like this struggle with the dog and the ducks. This was going to be the year, but we're getting work done on the outside of the house.
Yeah, you are.
And it frightened Mama Duck away for good.
After she laid the eggs.
After she laid the eggs.
So your actions, your capitalistic techno future, white male privilege actions killed the Duck family.
But we tried, and I'll explain how we tried.
Okay.
So my daughter begged us. As soon as Mama Duck flew away, we had this feeling that she wasn't coming back. And my daughter right away was like, we have got to take action now.
Okay.
So she's like, we got to create an incubator. She's like, can I borrow your computer? She got on the laptop. I swear to God, she got on the laptop. She looked up how to create an incubator, and she made a detailed list.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, handwritten list on how to make an incubator. And she handed it to me. She goes, Dad, here it is.
This is it.
This
sure.
is what we have to do. And I said, honey, the safest thing we can do is wait for Mama Duck to come back.
Sure.
She goes, hey, she ain't coming back, Dad.
She knew. She had a sense.
She was right.
She's a duck whisperer.
Never came back.
Yeah.
But those duck eggs sat there for 30 hours.
Do you think she killed the duck?
Like a day and a half.
That's why she knew?
So she's out there snapping
There's going to be a part 2 to the story.
Yeah. And my daughter, we've got a real problem with that one. We finally, after a day and a half, we collected the eggs because we're like, Mama Duck is not
coming back. No.
So we collected the eggs. We put it under a heat lamp. We did create like as best of an incubator as we can.
You didn't buy one? Couldn't you buy one? You made it?
I think it was too late. I think it was already too late.
Yeah. Why would it have been too late? Just one day?
Yeah.
Is all it takes?
I think like a day, because you know what? That night too, it fell down to like 34 degrees.
Cold.
So it was one of those, I think it all came together in the worst possible way.
Yeah.
So a day and a half, we did create like, a little nesty thing. We put them all in. We put the heat on top of them.
You had a heat lamp lying around?
Well, it was one of those like garage work, anybody, I don't do this because I'm not a real man, but people who work in their garage, like in their car, like work on their car in their garage, and they hang that light up.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
It's like a big, powerful, hot.
Yeah. It's like a rusty, heavy metal chain it's dangling from.
Absolutely.
Yeah, your shirt's off and you're sweating.
Yeah. So you see it, we've seen it in movies.
For sure.
We've never done that.
No.
We've never been changing our oil or anything. But I had one of those, so I set it all up and we waited, and we gave it like 5 days. Nothing.
Yeah, okay.
So now here's a question.
Do you eat them?
My son says, Dad, I want to see what it looks like on the inside.
Sure, yeah.
For the sake of science.
Science, right. Knowledge.
Do you do it?
Yeah, after you know for sure that they're not going to come to fruition, 100%. Why would you otherwise waste God's great miracle?
And we did.
You did, yeah.
We did. With a crowd of neighborhood kids around.
Sure.
Mr. Derek sets up a little box, and I dropped one of the eggs to get it to crack, and I kind of separated it open.
Sure.
And I think I've scarred about half the neighborhood kids now.
Wait, was there a forming?
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't just like a beautiful egg yolk. No. It was oh, yeah, that's pretty messed up.
One kid goes, is that his brains?
Oh, God.
And I was like, I think I screwed up here.
Yeah, you sure did. They all go crying home. I'll tell you who loved it, though. Campbell, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He's a tough guy.
He had some more questions.
He's a tough guy.
He said, what's that? Is that his heart? And what's that? And I said, yeah. I said, I don't think there's any feathers in there right now, but
did you
probably
do the rest of
away.
them?
We did a couple of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, you're committed. It's like, look, guys, let's talk about this from a biological science.
For sure. Let's remove the sad fact that we killed all these ducks. Like, so what that we stole their life?
Yeah, once all the kids stopped crying, we had a good conversation.
And your siding is going to look so good. So, like, I mean, future ducks are going to have such a nice spot to go to.
Well, I feel the worst about that because I don't think she'll ever come back anymore. Of
course not.
Like, I think now that spot is marked as a unsafe spot.
Oh, for sure.
So that's going to do it.
Yeah.
So goodbye to the ducks and hello to death.
Hello to death. And good.
There you go.
Well, that's fun.
Anyway, after that,
I think you did a good thing because I probably would have tried to cook them and not realize that there's a partial body in there.
I also don't think you should be eating duck eggs.
Wait, really?
Well, like wild duck eggs, there's probably quite a bit of disease.
No, you
bacteria.
just wash them off like you do with the vegetables with a little bristle brush. I think that should be it.
I don't think so.
No, it's okay. All right.
But what do I know?
I don't know.
You know what? You should give it a shot. If you have any, let me know how it goes.
Oh, okay. So go steal some duck eggs?
Yeah. Let me know
and
how
then
it goes.
crack them up?
Yeah, if you find a robin egg, you can try that too.
Yeah. Well, my fiance has a coworker who has quail eggs, and she sells them quail eggs.
Yeah, but quail eggs are like a delicacy, I think, right?
Are they? They have little scissors that you have to use to cut them.
Oh, yeah?
To open them up. It's a weird little thing, but I don't want to eat them.
I would do one of those big like ostrich eggs just to see.
Of course. Who wouldn't do an ostrich egg?
Right?
Come on.
You're like one egg and you
list.
feed like 6 people with that thing.
Yeah.
It's gigantic. Okay, we're going to move on to our guest today, which is a guest that we're pretty excited about. This is a guy who is a friend of Fox 2. Today, we're going to be joined by Chuck Bennett, known across Metro Detroit as the Godfather of style. For more than 4 decades, he has been right in the center of the city's social and fashion scene, writing society columns for the Detroit News, hosting high-end events, and helping define what Detroit elegance actually looks like. He has worked with brands and venues like MGM Grand Detroit, Rooster Tail, Neiman Marcus, Saks Fifth Avenue, and even Christian Dior, while becoming a familiar face right here on Fox 2 as a style ambassador. He has attended thousands, and I think that is literal thousands, of charity galas, helping raise millions of dollars for Detroit nonprofits. He has also built the Social D, basically an inside look at the city's most exclusive rooms. If there's a velvet rope in Detroit, Chuck is already on the other side of it. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Weatherboys podcast, Mr. Chuck Bennett.
What's happening? You know, I've been waiting to get here for a long time. I feel like I have really arrived.
Look at that. The pleasure is ours. The honor is ours. Are you kidding me?
I mean, it truly is. We didn't think we were big enough for you.
No. Right now, I'm on your Instagram, and I'm just seeing you, up there with Mr. Dan Campbell.
Yeah, my boy.
Your monthly brunch.
Yeah. We have fun. We do a second Sunday brunch at Joe Muir, and it has just become like just a really hot thing to come to. It's mostly because the guests are really very interesting people. And so Holly Campbell is a friend of mine, and she told me very casually that Dan might come on Sunday. Yeah, okay, whatever, Holly.
Sure.
And her other friend, Kathy Agnew, whose husband is a general manager for the Lions. So Kathy was coming. Anyway, Holly walks in, and I didn't even see Dan. She just said, Kathy couldn't come, but look, I brought somebody else. And I don't know how I missed it.
Yeah, I was going to say, sure. Yeah. Right. He's not very recognizable, is he?
Right.
Yeah.
He's huge, man. He's a big guy. And he was just so kind to all of my guests. You know, I'm the mean one. I'm like, get away from him. Let him enjoy his show. No. Can I get a picture? No. So he and Holly finally looked at me, and they're like, we really don't mind, Chuck. I was like, I just want you guys to like,
sure, yeah,
chill out. And at a certain point, it was fine, And this is what basically everybody does at the brunch. You come, you have a drink, you have some brunch, you look around a little bit, but then after a while, you've had a couple drinks, and you start moving around. Then it becomes a party.
Right.
So after a while, he's moving around anyway.
Sure.
So everybody, all these people who I said, no, you can't have a picture, they've
taking the pictures, looking at you while they do it.
And then I was
asking you to take the picture.
When I saw, I saw them on Instagram. I said, I told her she couldn't get a picture with them. But it's fun. He's a great guy.
I know, Chuck. How do those things begin? Those brunches, because you've always been kind of a socialite, but you're the guy now in Detroit.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
No, really, you know what? It's funny. I was thinking, when did I start like becoming this social person? And I thought about it. I was 7 years old, and I asked my mother if I could have a party. So my mother was like, because I saw them having parties on television, and I was always just very intrigued by that lifestyle, by the very wealthy and people getting all dressed up at cocktail parties. And I was like, I want to have one of those. So I asked my mother. She goes, yeah, sure. So she's thinking I'm going to ask like the kids next door and the ones across the street that I play with. I went up and down the street. First of all, I made flyers.
Of course you did.
Excuse
of course.
me, invitations.
Yes.
Excuse
Yes.
me. I made invitations. There was no copy.
Sure.
These are
hand.
These are hand. Yeah. These are the olden days for real. So I made probably about 25 or 30 of them. And I ran up and down the street. There had to be 50 kids at my house.
Oh my gosh. Wait, I'm sorry. You were how old? You said
I was 7 years old, yeah.
57-year-olds?
My mother
Mama
looked at me
Bennett.
like, what did you do? And then the kids were all dressed up because they knew me.
Oh, they did? Okay.
So they put on their Sunday best. They only had like one Easter outfit or
Sure.
something. Oh, I can wear my Easter dress. So they all got dressed up, and they kept. My mother, bless her heart, she had like chewing gum, and she had to break it in little bitty pieces so that each kid would get a little
It's
chewing
like
gum.
Jesus with the loaves of bread.
Yeah,
He didn't
yeah.
have enough to feed everyone.
She made so many little snacks for the kids, and they had the best time. And I was the hero of the neighborhood. And I said, I like this. I'm going to continue to do this. And I never stopped.
So you've always been social for sure, but you fashionable as well.
I ran away from home because my mother wanted me to wear blue jeans, and I didn't want to wear blue jeans.
How dare she?
Terrible.
I
my
couldn't be
gosh.
seen in jeans. I think that was probably around that same year. I must have discovered myself when I was around
It's a
7.
big year for you.
Yeah. So
Called CPS, obviously, and you said, how dare she? With the jeans.
So I actually got picked up by the police because there was like this child wandering
Sure,
around the street.
sure.
I'm mad. My mother wants me to wear these things. I can't wear these things. And I can kind of remember my parents coming in to pick me up from the police station. And for some reason, I remember me sitting on a desk with a sucker in my mouth.
There we go.
Uh-huh.
So what was that like after that? Did they give in? They're like, fine. We know who you are. You can wear what you want to wear.
Mom did, Dad didn't.
Sure, that makes sense.
He wasn't having that.
Yeah.
The boy gonna wear jeans. We want him to wear jeans.
Sure.
But the women always win.
Yeah,
They do. Yeah.
So Chuck, as a 7-year-old, are you the kind of kid where, for your birthdays, you're not asking for a Lego set or something like that? You're asking for designer clothes or things like that?
I would prefer clothing, yes. Yes, I did. And my parties were kind of sophisticated. I just like to hang around with the adults. They used to always say, would you tell them to go play with the kids?
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, this is so much more interesting. Go ahead. What were you saying about your husband?
Yeah.
Tell us that story again. It was like, Chuck, please go play marbles or shoot some basketball or something. Never had time for that.
The fashion stuff is so interesting to me because I don't understand it, and it's always changing, and I never know what I'm even going to like. I will see something. I'll say, oh, that looks silly. Somebody will get it for me because I'm not buying my own stuff. And I'll be like, I don't want to wear that. I'll feel uncomfortable. Then I'll put it on. And then 3 weeks later, I'll be like, oh yeah, I like that now. I feel like it's so subject. To me, it's a mystery. Where does the fashion come from?
He's always been dressed by somebody else.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't take the time, energy, or attention to do it myself.
See, so first of all, you have to feel comfortable. To me, that's number one.
Okay.
That's number one. And people talk about, can I wear that or should I wear this? First of all, you should feel comfortable in what you wear. I could dress you up and you could look absolutely wonderful, like you should be on a runway in Paris. But I don't think you would feel real comfortable in this orange suit that I'm going to put you in.
But the thing is, I think that I would get comfortable because for me, it's like I know that I don't know this stuff. And so I outsource the knowledge to someone else.
If we tried enough things on you, you would eventually just say, I like this.
Sure, got you.
This is it right here.
Okay.
And then we would kind of go in that direction.
Yeah.
Like, I can see what Derek's saying. Somebody saying, here, put this on, Alan. You go, yep, okay, this is good.
Sure, why not? Yeah.
And truthfully, look at the guy. You dress him in anything, he's going to look good.
Anything.
Yeah,
right?
that's why we hate him. Really.
But there are bad choices because I watch you on the Fox 2 Style File. And you'll call something out if you don't like it, if you disagree.
Absolutely, 100%. And sometimes, now that's where the thin line is. You should wear what you feel comfortable in, but you also should be careful to not look like a fool. So sometimes people who just look totally foolish don't wear that. You look crazy. So the retort can't be, but I'm comfortable.
Sure.
They'll say, but Chuck, you said I'm comfortable. But you have to be comfortable and you have to be tasteful.
When it comes to experts like you, when there are like award shows and they do best dressed, worst dressed, how is it? Because it does feel kind of subjective. You ask 10 people, do you like that dress?
Yeah,
Maybe 5 will say yes and 5 will say no.
Yeah.
But it does seem like the same people get the best dressed and the same people get the worst dressed. How does that happen?
And it's kind of interesting because when I do it and when I decide who's best dressed and who's worst dressed, and then I start watching the other shows, especially when I watch the national shows, and they agree with what I said.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
Okay.
It's like,
all
boy,
right.
you are good.
Yeah.
But sometimes I like to find something that's unusual or that they might not like so much. And then there are some people who they just say it because it's trendy. Nicole Kidman, Tiana Taylor. Those are names right now, just like always. Oh, she's always fabulous. Not always.
Sure.
She ain't always fabulous. I've seen her, And if they're not, I'm going to call it out.
Yeah, and I know you will.
So there can be some commentary that tends to snowball a little bit. One person says, that's terrible. And then somebody else sees that person and goes, yes, I agree. That's terrible. And before you know what the narrative is, that's terrible.
And I, here with the anchors at Fox 2, when they don't agree with me, and they are, they're like Dina gets very adamant. I don't like that at all, you know, and she means it, and that's good because that's her opinion.
Sure.
And some that I think that is absolutely beautiful. And Charlie Langton goes crazy. I was on my worst dress list. I was my worst. I was like, oh my God, Charlie. And then all the ones that are on my worst dress list are on his best dress list.
I believe
but
that.
But in his mind, that's good. That's fine.
I don't want to be in that mind. I don't want to be in that mind. I love him. Hey, fashion changes, obviously. Trends come and go. What's something that you look back on for yourself and you're like, oh no, I did that? Is there anything in your past that you're like, oh, I shouldn't have gone through that phase? Fashion-wise.
I've done some really crazy things.
Yeah.
And I don't regret them. I don't regret.
Maybe you wouldn't do it again, maybe?
Oh, some of them I couldn't do again.
Okay.
I had an outfit that it was shorts. And I was wearing, these are the only pair of jeans I ever owned in my life, and they were cutoffs. They were cut so short that the pockets hung.
We know about that.
We got some jorts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we do.
We were trying to bring it back.
Okay.
I think we failed.
So didn't work. That's why I said, you said, would I ever wear it again? It's like I couldn't. And then I would wear it with a shirt. It was not really a shirt. It was just cuffs and a collar and a tie. So there was no body to the shirt. I had cut off a collar to a shirt and did a tie. And then I had cuffs with beautiful cufflinks on them.
So there's no shirt underneath them?
No
really?
shirt,
okay.
no.
Yes.
And then I had a fur coat. I wore a fur coat. This was in the winter.
See, how do you come up with that?
I don't know. Silver boots. Man, you couldn't tell me nothing, baby. Nothing. And is that the craziest outfit? Yeah, it was pretty crazy, but I loved it. I thought it was fabulous. And I just thought it was brilliant that I came up with that. So I have things like that are crazy fashion. I used to think bell bottoms wouldn't come back, but bell bottoms are back. And I love wearing wide leg pants, A lot of things, it's just, it does come back. And sometimes you think you hate it. And sometimes you think you would never wear it. And then next thing you look up, here I am.
Mm-hmm. My dad kept a suit from the 70s. Doesn't fit him anymore, but he gave it to me. I love it.
Yeah.
I just think it's cool.
Did you wear that on air? Have I seen it?
I wore it to Jack Nissen's wedding.
Okay, got you.
And that was the theme of the wedding.
Yeah.
But it's bell-bottom pants, big green collar,
Really?
floral undershirt, and I think it looks great.
Yeah.
So your things circle back. So Chuck, you are the godfather of style. You are the style expert in the city of Detroit. How do you make the decision that this is what I want to do, this is who I'm going to be, and then where do the credentials for that come from?
Wow, that's an interesting way of putting that question. It's like, why are you the godfather?
Yeah,
I mean, kind of.
Prove yourself to us
It's
now.
a slightly a nicer way to ask it.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing against it. By the way, you are. I just want to know how it came to be.
Or you're definitely not going against me there.
Never would.
I do this aqua therapy 3 times a week, and I'm in the pool, and I'm doing my lunges in the pool, and there's this little lady in there, and I went past her doing my lunges, and she goes, "Steady." And I'm thinking, what did she say? So I go back the other way doing my lunges. She goes, "The Godfather." And she goes, very steady. And I was like, what? Are you serious? And she goes, "But Marielle says that you're the Godfather, so then you were the Godfather." And I say, she goes, "You do know what you're talking about, though. You critique very, very well." And I said, okay. So it's crazy. It's like, here's this older woman who was like, just other than she thought it was very scary. But, a lot of people agree with what I say. Yeah. And I think that's what's most important.
Being right enough,
yes,
consistently accurate.
And even if you don't agree with me just saying this is the best dress, and then when I explain why, a lot of times people will say, "Oh, yeah, I get that. Oh, yeah." Or why I hate that. I hate that because of this, that, and then they're like, yeah, you're right. I don't like it so much either. So not that people have to agree with me all the time, but being right a lot works. I've been in positions to do things. Like, for instance, I named Best Dressed People in Detroit for Our Magazine. I've done that for the last 20 years.
My research has called you the gatekeeper of the Detroit Best Dressed list. You are the guy for that list.
So, that's kind of powerful, really. Especially, some people go crazy for that.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Crazy. Really, really serious about it. And to some people, it's kind of like, yeah, I don't care. But it's important enough that even people who don't really seek publicity, I've gotten some of them go like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it."
Sure, yeah.
So I've had CEOs and just like some of everybody has been on the list over the last 20 years.
So it's got to take some confidence. And this is a thing that is somewhat subjective, and there will be people who disagree and people who are in it maybe really, really strongly. Like, have you always had that confidence, or is that something that you work on, or it's just within you?
You have to work on it. You have to work on it. And some of the things, like you guys go through the same things. I see your social media pages. They don't like everything that you do.
Oh, they sure don't. They sure don't.
So at what point do you feel confident enough?
I don't read the comments, and my confidence stays very elevated. I read the comments, and then it plummets. It's very simple for me.
I had an Easter suit, a light tan suit that I wear every Easter. I wore it this Easter. I received an email from a gentleman saying, that doesn't fit you anymore. The button looks like it's holding on for dear life. Perhaps it's time to retire it to the back of the closet. I said, I'm not retiring it. After that email, I'm burning it. I'm burning it.
Oh, that's what you do? See, I would wear it again the next day then. I'm like a child. I would fight back in a childish way. Okay.
It is so amazing, man. And people just say anything. I don't get a lot of bad comments, but those are the ones that drive me crazy.
Yeah, they are.
Man, I can get 200 comments, and they're all, "Oh, we love you, da 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 da," and then there are 3 where somebody's saying something, I don't understand. Why in the hell did they call you the Godfather? And I keep going there. I got to read. Oh, maybe I read it wrong.
Yeah,
Go
right,
back.
right.
And then I go to another page. I go back and read it again. Where's that guy who said, there was one guy who goes, all you wear is the same black outfit every week. Why do they keep you around? And that drove me nuts. And every week for, I think, the next year, I refused to wear black. This man is not going to see me in black again. But
it was Marielle under a different name.
I know, right?
Just messing with you.
But my supporters were saying, "Oh, doesn't he know that you have 3 black closets?" I mean,
right,
come on, buddy.
Of course.
So anyway,
So fashion is something that you take very seriously. Do you research? Like, are you really into like Paris Fashion Week? And do you look at what's happening in Milan or some fashion capital, and then try to apply some of that stuff on a local basis?
I keep up with it, Derek, but I'm not obsessed with it. I like to keep up with the trends, just like basically everybody does. And this is of my particular interest, so I do research maybe a little bit more than most, but I don't jump up and check all the rags to see whether this who showed last night. At one point I did. I think at one point I looked to find out the reviews of certain designers that were showing in Paris or in New York.
But I mean, we talk Paris and New York, but I feel like Detroit's got a fashion. They've got a unique everything.
100%, man. We really do. We have crazy style in Detroit, and it goes from one extreme to the other. Immediately, people say fur coats and alligator shoes. But that's just one. That is just one scenario, because it does also go to very, very high-end fashion, and everything in between. Everything. Another story. I went to, a friend of mine opened a restaurant called Bezos in Birmingham last weekend, and I was wearing a vintage Comme des Garçons. Do you know Comme des Garçons?
Do you think I know Comme des
Naturally.
Garçons?
I mean, I don't.
Okay,
no.
sorry.
I know. Thank you for thinking that. Thank you for thinking that I might.
Do they have those at Costco? Because if they do, then we might know them.
I'm afraid not. But no, Comme des Garçons is a very high-end Japanese designer.
Okay.
Designed by Rei Kawakubo. And so I'm wearing this crazy outfit, and the valet parker, a young guy, says to me, "Excuse me, sir, you are very Japanese. I don't know if you know this or not, but your outfit, this is the way they dress in Japan." Well, he has been professionally skateboarding in Japan.
Okay.
So he recognized the outfit, and I felt good. I love it.
Sure, yeah.
And then the other kid goes, "That's the Godfather." And I mean, so it all, but I love those kinds of things. I love that. And the fact that in Detroit, somebody knows Japanese fashion.
Yeah.
Usually you don't see Comme des Garçons unless you're in New York or Paris or Milan.
How big is your closet?
Which one?
Right. Okay. Yeah. There we go. There's your answer.
I am. It's taking over. It's taking me over. It's taking my house over. I'm getting ready to just give a lot of stuff away. I can't take it anymore.
How much do you spend on clothes per year?
I don't know how to answer that question. I don't know who's listening.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's pivot to this. The amount of media that you're involved in. I mean, it's obviously our listeners will probably know you from Fox 2, but you've written for the Detroit News, Society Confidential. You have a podcast. You have an online reality show, The Social D. Talk about The Social D.
Actually, we're not doing The Social D anymore, and it is transitioning to the podcast is just starting. It is called Style Edit with Chuck Bennett, and it is being directed and filmed by Jenny Risher. And Jenny is a very accomplished photographer. She just had an exhibit at the DIA, but she's wonderful, wonderful, and she's going into video work. So we're excited. We've done some black and whites. The whole podcast will be shot in black and white, and I will talk about people and fashion and interview people and I'm looking forward to it. I also wrote a book.
Yes.
Finally wrote a book. And it'll be out very, very soon. Danielle Carmanos did the foreword for me. Jenny shot the cover. It is the 21 New Commandments of Style. Fashion rules rewritten by the style guru.
And what
There we
happens
go.
if you break every commandment? Because Alan needs to know.
You're damned to hell forever. Not a big deal. Just a small, yeah. Did you know, I don't think you knew this about this guy's improv background.
I don't.
I've seen you in a little something with our buddy Pharaoh.
Get out of here.
T. Pharaoh Muhammad. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw you in something,
I am a thespian.
he's pitched me a couple of ideas for us to work on some stuff
Are you serious?
potentially in the future.
Do you act?
I act like a weatherman every day. Yeah, no, yeah.
I mean, but both of you guys have that.
He's a great actor. Alan's a great actor.
I enjoy. I enjoy, and I think improv is like the coolest when done well. It's like the
Yeah.
most magical thing in the world. And
think
these guys are so good. So yeah,
Man, they were amazing.
Incredible.
And that was the first time that I've actually done improv. I love being scripted, and I love going off the script a
Sure.
little bit, but to actually just sit down, I give you a situation, and you just create. I'm like, oh. And then on top of that, it was a comedy.
Which is hard.
Yeah. So I got to create, and I got to be funny, and I got to come up with my own character. I don't even know who was the character.
Yeah.
But with me, when I first started acting, like I'm a seasoned actor.
Sure.
When I first started acting, the first time that I walked out on stage, everything changed for me. When the light, oh my God, I was the court jester in Once Upon a Mattress, and I just had to walk out and deliver a line. But I had an outfit that had bells and colors
Sure.
and stuff like that. And I saw people out there, all those people out there in the audience, and they're yelling and clapping and stuff like that. And I was like, I need an applause. So I walked out. I had to change the whole walk. Baby, I walked out. Every bell was jingling. So everybody went crazy just over this walk.
Yeah.
And so the director was like, get back out. Just walk across the stage. Walk again. Walk. But there's something about it just when there's an audience.
Sure. Yeah. It's
I
like a
become
high.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
I love when people are passionate about something, and it's one of my favorite things is listening to Alan talk about acting.
Yeah.
It was acting or improv. He lights up, and he's so good at it. I wish
Really?
he
You
really
have to
is.
do something,
kind.
Alan.
That's
That's
kind.
cool.
I want to see you back on stage. I want to see back on the big screen. I want to
Yeah.
see more of you, man.
Stage is tough, man. Those rehearsals are like 5 hours a night, Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
And it's always late. It's always from like 5 to 10 p.m. People have real, they have 9 to 5s that they have to pay the bills with. It's a tough go for those who do that.
It is.
But it's good.
Yeah.
Chuck, does legally speaking, is a restaurant allowed to open without having you there at the opening?
No.
Yes, they are. They are allowed to do so. I've had some interesting experiences with restaurants. We got some great restaurants in Detroit. We really do. But every crowd is not my crowd. And I understand that, and I want the people to understand that. So don't come to my party expecting any, they don't twerk at my parties, okay? So if you want to go and see people, and twerk, I don't have a problem with twerking.
That's why you haven't invited Alan yet.
Right, yeah,
I'm guessing,
I
'cause
can't stop
he
I
it.
heard that he will walk in and just twerk it.
If I could, I would. If I had the ability to move in that way, you better freaking believe it.
I take that back. I have seen women twerking at my brunch, but I can't say it was done in a tasteful way. No, it's not.
Tasteful twerking with Chuck Bennett. Yes.
Tasteful twerking is a new
There
thing.
we go.
Another podcast,
Yes.
perhaps. But in the social scene, I asked my question in jest, but there is some truth to it. Is you do seem to be at the center of every, like if there's a big social event,
Yes.
you'll be there. You'll find you in the room,
Yeah.
and probably in the middle of the room with everybody else around you.
Yeah.
Does that ever get tiring? Like some people, it seems clear at this point, we know this, that you light up in the presence of others. It can be draining sometimes,
Yeah,
introvert, extrovert.
Sometimes I try not to go if I'm feeling that way, or sometimes there might be people in the room I just don't want to be in,
Sure.
So I'll leave. But generally, if the party's on, I'm on.
You're on. Yeah, good.
And if it's easily fixed, and if it's a friend, I'll fix it for him. No, dear.
Got you.
Turn the lights down. Turn the music up. You have any champagne? Let's rock this party. But some parties aren't fun, and a lot of people don't know how to give a party. And it does take. If you don't know how to give a party, call a friend who does, or hire somebody who does. It's a skill.
It is, yeah.
And I've seen people spend a ton of money on a party. And I've seen people spend very little and have a wonderful party. And people who've spent a ton and the party's boring.
Can you sum it? I mean, can you give us the magic dose? Like, what is it? What's needed?
There are, there are little things, little tricks that you do. I used to always say, invite a hoe to the party. You always invite one hoe to the party. Can I say that on your podcast?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. It's our tagline.
The men enjoy looking at her. The women love talking about her.
Yes.
And that's just one little side thing.
Yeah.
But make it a good hoe.
Sure.
Like with a really great body and a really nasty little dress and stuff.
Sure.
She's appropriate.
Right.
But she's a hoe.
Again, tasteful twerking.
Okay, tasteful.
We'll bring it back.
And she might twerk in the corner. At the same time, in the other corner.
Can you give me a list of names, maybe?
In the other corner, you might have a violin player. And there are servers passing caviar. I've done that. I've had a tray of caviar pass through. I mean, you have to surprise your guests with lots of wonderful things, and especially things that are pleasing to the eye.
God, he's so good at this.
Yeah,
This is so...
Yeah.
And I love starting it. And I actually like starting the party with beautiful models with champagne. I have champagne and water at the door. When you come in, welcome to Chuck's party. Would you like champagne?
How do you end a party? How do you kick them out when the time needs to be? Or maybe you don't.
Yeah, it gets really rough getting them out. Yeah, I love giving out gifts to my, sometimes you tell them there's something really good in the gift bag. You should get it.
Sure, go check it out in your car after you leave, yeah.
I did, okay, I'm talking a lot. But anyway, I did do a party, and there was a cannabis dispensary that was part of the sponsors, and they put a candy bar, an edible, in the gift bag. Mm-hmm. I did have a couple problems with some of my guests.
Yeah, they're not leaving. They're not getting up off that couch.
No, but they should. Like one lady who's 80 years old. But, my guy, one of my best friends, he went to the hospital because,
gosh.
So
he says it with such glee in his voice. He's fine now.
Yeah, he's fine. He lived, but he ate the whole bar. First of all, he goes, you gave away candy in your gift bag.
You gave away candy.
And I ate the candy bar. I said, you ate the whole candy bar?
Oh, boy.
And he goes, yeah. I said, it's broken up into sections. And he goes, yeah. And he goes, why didn't you tell us that? I said, you're talking about the candy bar that says the weed bar?
Right, sure.
In huge letters, the weed bar? And he goes, I didn't pay any attention to the wording. Gosh. I was like, the words are bigger than the candy bar. And he goes, so I did take one section off, and I bit into it. It was so good. I took another one, and I ate the whole candy bar.
No.
Anyway, he ended up in the hospital. And guess what? They said, go home, enjoy the high.
Sure.
Talk about it in the morning.
You'll be all right.
So now Hollywood is stealing your real life for plots, because that is the actual plot of the Seth Rogen, one of the episodes of The Studio. Zoe Kravitz attends a party and eats the chocolate. She thinks it's candy.
Yes.
So now Hollywood is stealing your life. How about
dare
that?
you?
Get your royalties, Chuck.
I'm working on it. I do have a movie coming out, too, but we'll talk about that later. Yeah.
Why later? What does that mean? What do you know?
I told you media. I tried to get him into the media discussion.
It's, that's a very difficult process.
This is a movie about Chuck, or this is just a movie you're a part of?
It's about me and some of the things in my life. So there are certain things that are exciting and fun to tell, but some of these people are alive and nationally known, so they don't want to talk about what we did in the bathroom in the 70s.
Okay.
Sure.
But,
You do.
I don't mind.
Well, and it makes for a good scene in a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so we're doing a lot of negotiating and fighting legal things. So it would be sort of a biopic or something. So it couldn't be a documentary because it'll be sort of true. Mm-hmm. And some of the names will be changed. But some of them won't have to be changed. You'll just be able to figure it out. You'll be, I know who that is.
Yes.
Chuck, you're one of these people where when you watch a award show, you watch people on screen that you know, right? Like, that's wild for the rest of the world, me included. But like, is that an absurd thing to see those people on TV and go, yeah, I partied with him?
It's kind of weird. It's weird. It's weird, and it's weirder being there and around those people. It's not as much fun as one would think. Because they are a weird set of people. And, of course, I was never invited to any of P. Diddy's parties, so I can't tell you how friendly they got over there.
Sure.
But some of them, they're like, these people are so into their own thing and sort of snobby. And, I can tell you about different
ego
people.
trips.
Do you think those who get does the whatever the job is, does that create that within them, or do you have to be that so singularly obsessed with it in order to get to that threshold of success? Like,
I think that it's part of what they do, because there are some who are nicer than others.
Sure. Okay.
But they all kind of got a stick up their butt in Hollywood. They really do. And you just sit there and watch people go by and laugh at them. And sometimes I'm in situations where there's somebody that I did have dinner with or that I interviewed at one point or another. But I sort of just kind of pulled myself away from that. And I don't really know a lot of these people anymore.
Who is one of the good ones? Give us a list, or at least a name of somebody that we watch on TV that you say, yep, I've met them, I partied with them. That's good people.
Okay, here's a good one and a good story. Tina Turner. I love Tina Turner, man. But at first she was that person too. She was that person. So this is a time she had just broke up with Ike. She left Ike and she was traveling with all women. Her band was women. Her security, they're all women. No trust in men at all. And so I went backstage to do an interview with her. And there were these women, big women in tuxedos, standing there. You sit there.
Yeah.
So I sat. I took my mother with me. You sit there. And we waited, and she finally came out. She sat down, and Miss Turner, this is Mr. Bennett. And I said, hello. I said, and where are you from? And she said, where am I from? And I said, yeah, where are you from? She said, where am I from? And I said, yeah. And she said, is this going to be that kind of an interview? I said, whoa. Okay, so now I really kind of just started my career. I was probably like 23 years old. My mother's sitting there. And I'm like, oh my God.
Sure.
And Tina Turner is cussing me out, right? And so I said, you know what, Miss Turner, if I had not been presented with a list this long of things that I was not allowed to ask you, I would have more creative questions.
Wait a minute. And you had that response? Because that's a pretty ballsy response. 23-year-old Tina Turner. I would have been like, I don't know what I would have said.
I was like that for a minute. I was really like, I looked at my mother.
Sure.
I looked back at her. I looked at these women. I'm like, oh, I'm going to get my butt kicked right here.
Sure.
And I said it. And she looked at them. She looked at my mother. She looked at me. She did her hand like this.
Yeah.
In my face, like this. And she said, there's something about that face. In her Tina Turner voice. And I'm like, is that a good thing? And she said, I like you. So I was going to call them the bulldozers. The security girls, men, whatever they were, they went off. They came back with champagne and shrimp. Tina sat back. We partied. So she had 2 shows to do. They were like, Miss Turner, you're on stage. Oh, give us another minute. I sat there. We had the best time. Best time.
So that got you champagne and shrimp.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, where are you from? Where are you from, Chuck?
Right. That's going to be the leading question now.
Yeah. What kind of interview is this going to be? Wow. Where am I from?
Man, I can. So if your movie is full of stories like that, I cannot wait to see that movie.
Yeah, that's going to be good. What? Here's a dumb question, but I got to ask it. What's your one, like, desert island outfit? If in all the fashion in the world, what's one you're gonna die? What's the thing you love? What's your favorite? What's your go-to? I know it's situational and it's probably impossible to ask, but who's your favorite baby?
My favorite outfit is comfort. So anything that is really, really, really comfortable. So I have what do they call them? A muumuu. I have a muumuu.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Love that, man. I love a muumuu.
He's just like us.
You don't have to wear nothing up under it.
Yeah, right. Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Sometimes when my muumuus start, like, ripping apart, and they get a little obscene, especially, like, when guests come over and I forget. It's like, why don't you put some clothes on?
That's fantastic. So that he's just like us. He's not throwing that shirt away just because there's a hole in it?
Oh, no. Listen, my housekeeper will come over and say, don't you want to throw this away? No, that's my favorite. Those are my favorite things.
Good.
Like around the house, just like bumming. So I will do that and go to the grocery store. So
in public?
Not thinking. I'm at home.
Yes.
I may be barbecuing or whatever.
Yes.
So I go to Kroger and Godfather. Marielle. That's Marielle's guy.
You say, no, it's not me. No. You have the wrong person.
Excuse me. Aren't you the Godfather? Aren't you the fashion guy?
Yes.
It's like, come on. And then there's like one guy's following me. It's like, I told them that's not you, not dressed like that. I know that. I know this isn't you. Then people want to take pictures. It's like, no. Yes. So now I got to get dressed up to go to Kroger.
You got to put on the same suit you wore when you went to high school. Just wear the suit to high school, which he did, by the way. I don't know if you knew that he would wear a suit to high school.
I did wear suits to high school.
Yes. Yeah. Chuck, I feel like we've just started scratching the surface, but we're out of time. But thank you so much for being here. You are one of the most interesting, fascinating men in Detroit. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being here with us. And thanks for all you do on Fox 2.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You can find Chuck on Fox 2. Is the Instagram Chuck_Bennett? Is that right?
Yes, sir.
You can find him on Instagram, Chuck_Bennett. And thank you, listener, for listening to the Weatherboys podcast. You can find all of our episodes on YouTube, on Spotify, and, of course, on the Fox local app. If you scroll down, there's the Weatherboys section right there with all of our content there. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Love you.